Alright, so hey guys, welcome to Saturday Mornings with Hadia and you want to use your real name?
Sure, why not? The Carrie.
There you go. We're a brother-sister duo that is going to review random cereals and our thoughts on like cartoons and stuff. So I've been telling Bakari about Steven Universe for months now. Months. I tell him to watch this show for months. And Bakari, why didn't you watch it for months? Why didn't you watch it until now?
Well, I was always interested in other things. There's always other shows, you know. You don't really, go after every recommendation you hear, you know? You get a million recommendations a day. But
I was telling him it's so good. I feel like he didn't believe me, though.
No, well, I mean, you loved it. You know, anyone that watches a show for a while loves that show. Yeah. You know? But yes, I finally got into it. And it was amazing. I couldn't stop watching it. The first season is 53 episodes. I got through that in like the first 3 days. It was bad.
He was watching it nonstop.
But the episodes, they're like 15 minutes, 10 minutes actually.
Yeah, they're like 10 minutes.
So it's not that bad. You know, it was, 500 minutes of my life? Something like that.
Don't think about it too hard. Anyway, I'm going to get into the cereal. Since I chose the show, I also chose the cereal. And, Bakari, he doesn't know what we have here. And I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, yeah. Pop-Tarts, frosted strawberry insides.
Right? Do you remember the frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts?
No.
You never had them?
The frosted no. I don't remember those. Those don't exist.
What? You've never had a strawberry frosted Pop-Tart ever in your life?
No, definitely not. And I don't know if you could see on the box, but it's just it's a filling inside, and that's what I'm excited about. Let's see. I'm gonna pour myself a little bit.
That's what I'm not excited about. I mean, I haven't eaten breakfast, so give me like a half a bowl, just in case. It's terrible.
Just in case. All right, little test run. Test run of the cereal. Is that good enough? You want some more?
Nah, I think it's just
like 3 spoonfuls.
It smells like strawberry heavy.
Let's try one dry. Fun fact, guys. Right. Eating cereal dry, it's not sad. It's economical. Alright?
He's only saying that because he didn't have milk this morning.
You save milk, alright?
And he had dry cinnamon toast crunch for breakfast.
It kind of hurts my mouth. It's not a good idea. Don't try it at home, kids. Let's see. You want to take your first bite?
Mm-hmm.
See how it is? Alright. Trying this almond milk, by the way. No, it's not the classic milk of the day. It's healthier.
It's the only milk I drink. It's good.
What do you think? Yeah, I'm with it. The strawberry filling actually works. And the outside is like flaky. It's light. So it's not like overbearing. It doesn't cancel out the strawberry flavor.
You know what I don't taste? A strawberry filling I'm scared of. Like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just mad he never had a strawberry Pop-Tart to compare it to. Because it does taste like it. The filling does taste the same.
But it was delicious.
It reminds me of another cereal. Does it remind you of something else?
No, not really.
Captain Crunch.
Oh, yeah, with the Crunch Berries. Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
If you guys don't know, Captain Crunch was my life. I had a Captain Crunch video game where we had a...
When the CDs used to come in the box?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we used to have these monsters we used to raise off of Crunch Berries. Yeah, Captain Crunch game. Like and subscribe if you know what game I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm building the business already. Anyways. But yeah, it's a great cereal. Oh, while we're eating cereal, rather, you want to just get into why Steven Universe? Such a good show.
I got some questions for Bakari.
Mm-hmm.
So before you actually watched it, what was your impression of it? Because Steven Universe has a strong following.
They do. And I honestly met a fan of Steven Universe before I started watching the show. They introduced me to a lot of themes. Oh, other than you, of course.
Hey, I was like, who is that person?
No, but Steven Universe, it's, I don't know, it seems like a kid's show. Seems like it's all about this one kid named Steven who I couldn't stand for like the first 30 episodes.
30?
Like 30. Because
Out of the 50?
Steve, I'm used to, if someone, right, is a plumber, right, and they claim that they're a plumber, and they come to your house to fix a pipe, and then they flood your whole house, like, Steven he was messing up everything. He had no idea how to fight
Steven's like
with the
12.
crystal gems. I understand that. But if you're saying that you are a crystal gem, you gotta be able to fight like a crystal gem, you know? That's all I'm saying. But throughout the season, of the first season, he just starts developing more, gets more combat powers, starts to understand why Steven's special. And yeah, it develops over time. I did not like him at first.
I feel the exact opposite. I thought it was like, I don't remember my first impressions because I started watching it so long ago. But I remember loving Steven early on. Like, I think the point of Steven Universe is to see Steven develop.
Yeah, just like with any show.
Mm-hmm. So what gets me mad is that Bakari is judging Steven over here because Steven was not like acting like Garnet from the jump. But
Not Garnet. I would have taken like a worse Amethyst. I would have taken like half a pearl, a little bit of loyalty, a little bit of bravery. Every time he showed a little bit of bravery, a little bit of initiative, he just didn't have the abilities to back it up.
But that's what makes Steven, like, okay. What is your, from the first season, what is your first, like, favorite episode?
Oh, my favorite episode has to be the one. Alright, so this is a spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched the show yet. In the first season, near the end, there's a part where Steven and the gems are on a ship. And then, because I forget who got captured. Oh yeah, it was Ruby and Sapphire, and Pearl, and Amethyst.
They all got captured.
Yeah, they all got captured. Never mind, they all got taken. And Steven goes up there to help them. And I absolutely fell in love with the part where Garnet, figure out exactly who Garnet is, she fuses, comes together, and then fights. What's her name?
Jasper.
Jasper. Fights Jasper. That was, it's great. A whole bunch of combat ability. Find the love between two characters. That bond is so special and so strong throughout the entire show. And Steven even was useful. He got everyone out of jail. Like, that was my favorite episode. Everyone was useful. Everyone had a really great role. What do you think?
I just hate that Bakari just waiting for Steven to be useful, and that's the issue with me. Steven is just Steven. He learned to use his powers. He's not going to be useful for a minute. When I first started watching that show, I saw it as the gems being his mother, and like kind of teaching him how to be a gem. I didn't expect Steven to be like you know, like with his abilities from the start. Well, I didn't expect anything going into the show, honestly. My favorite episode was, I think it's episode 10, Giant Woman.
She sings the song all the time, which is why I got into the song too. It's a banger, for sure.
One of my favorite songs from the show. And also, like, you just see Steven's personality come out in that show. When he gets attached to that goat, and the goat gets taken by like the huge flying bird, and he's like, my son. I love Steven. Like, he just has such a cute personality, and his relationship with Garnet the first season, I can't remember what episode it is, but like, she came back from mission, he was so happy, and he felt like on her head.
He was in the rafters, yeah. It was a great episode. I do love the gems relationship to Steven. They're all very kind, loving. And then, yeah, they're all like kind of his mom. Even though Amethyst is a terrible influence.
The worst. Amethyst is like that older sister that just wants to see you fail for her own like amusement.
For real, no. And the thing is, she messes up situations. And then grabs a bag of popcorn and sits there and watches. And I'm just like, Amethyst, like, she doesn't care. But at the same time, she loves Steven, so I don't know.
That brings me to the point, I feel like all of the characters are flawed.
Well, yeah.
Garnet probably being the least flawed.
For sure.
But I would say all of them are flawed. I have so many like confusing, like unanswered questions about um, Amethyst specifically, because Amethyst, she has a weird relationship with Greg. Remember that episode she was just watching that Little
Tiny
Butler?
Butler.
Oh,
Yeah, Little Butler? Yeah, I think it is Little Butler.
yeah, that Tiny Butler show or whatever with Greg. And she had like this weird attachment to him, even though he was clearly with Rose beforehand. And I was like, ugh. And she has like an insecurity because she was like the only one left or born in the kindergarten instead of Homeworld.
Well, that was just because they wanted to stop all kindergartens. And she came from a kindergarten.
Oh yeah, true. Like she has weird attachment to people, but she won't admit it. Like Vidalia.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that episode where Steven wanted to leave because Onion was being super weird, and Amethyst kept on like wanting to just hang out with Vidalia.
Yeah, she does have this crazy attachment. But, I mean, that's like the only other people she knew. So, the entire premise of this show is that there's an alien race of superior beings in every way. Combat,
All female.
smarts, all female, of course. And then their only flaw is that the Diamonds have such a strict hierarchy that no one's allowed to feel emotions or feel good about themselves.
You're getting into like the final episode.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, but that's the theme throughout the entire thing. Or else Steven wouldn't be as great as he is.
That's
If
true.
no one listened to Steven, Earth would have been doomed many times over.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the humans, in a way, are like the only thing Amethyst has known. She's never known her own people. She's only known Pearl and Garnet and Rose.
Yeah.
And so once she...
Did she fight with them though? I think
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, she
So
fought
she
with
knew
them.
a lot of the other gems, remember? But they were a lot of them were slaughtered and shattered in,
Yeah.
in the war.
Well, yeah, but they created a new life on Earth with Rose and all those gems. So, when she, was creating her new life, all she had on Earth was people that she knew around Rose. Vidalia, Greg, Steven, which I think it explains a little bit of why she loves these people. But maybe she's even afraid that she'll lose them again, just like all of her other friends.
Right. I feel like Pearl's flaws are understandable. Like she was made to be a Pearl, and she kind of like battles with that, and combats her love for Rose. I think that's what. And you know what? Let's talk about Rose Quartz. Let's talk about Pink Diamond. Because first of all, how did you feel when you found out that Pink Diamond was Rose Quartz?
Oh, well, I was just confused by the whole thing, to be honest. The fact that a diamond could reform into another gem, that didn't make sense to me. But, I mean, it was a cool revelation. I thought maybe now there's an actual chance that Steven can make it off the homeworld without being destroyed. Because before that, like, he was on trial, he was about to be executed. I thought it was over. And I never think it's over in shows. I'm like, hero always has a way to get out of this, but I couldn't see a single way.
So you think because he had Pink Diamond's gem, that's his way out of it?
Yeah.
But he when they had revelation, he was already off of Homeworld though.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's Pearl Dolphin, right?
Yeah, because the episode was really like. First of all, let me just say it right now. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Rose is an F-boy. Pink Diamond is.
How so?
First of all, because you want to come to that planet in love and get away from your hierarchy, or you can't stand up to the other diamonds or so who love you and won't shatter you. I mean, she was subjected to a lot of time locked up because she, didn't conform to their ways. But she came to Earth. She turned into Rose Quartz. She made Pearl hold on to her secret. She knew Pearl was in love with her. And it said that she, like it said in the show, that she got with a lot of humans over the years. Like, she loved a lot of different humans over the years.
And plants and animals.
Yeah. Like, she had relationships with other people than Greg over the years. Knowing that Pearl loved you so much, she's holding the secret for you. She's fighting for you. In that episode where she's teaching Connie how to fight, you could see how Pearl was prepared to die for Rose. And Rose was just like, I feel like taking her for granted on a lot of the occasions. And like, because you couldn't admit that you were Pink Diamond instead of Rose Quartz. All the Rose Quartz in the kingdom were shattered. All her army was shattered.
Well, the rose quartz are fine. They're in bubbles.
Oh.
But yeah, the whole army was shattered. All the gems on Earth.
It's still,
pretty much
they
wiped out.
discontinued Rose Quartz though. But, like, then you decided to have a child and stuff like that with Greg. Pearl hates him because Pearl loves you so much and you can't acknowledge that. And now this baby, Steven is in agony a lot of the times, like wondering if he's his mom, like why isn't he living up to her expectations, and like Rose Quartz just be making some sus decisions. Pink Diamond is a little selfish, I feel like. A lot of selfish.
Well, yeah, I agree. But the thing I don't get about the show is that these are relationships that have been developing over 5,000 years. The one between Pink Diamond and her Pearl, the ones between Rose Quartz and these gems. So then, in order to leave her entire life behind, which is 10,000 years, in order to be on Earth, like, one, I think it's entrenched in Pink Diamond's mind that Pearl is just something to be used, just like all the other diamonds think about their pearls.
Oh, you're right.
And so, and I think that drives back to why Pearl is just so, headstrong to die for Pink Diamond / Rose Quartz, is because, she was her diamond for a long time. And that's what she was told for all of her life to do, to risk your life, make her happy, and then that's your job.
Yeah.
And, I mean, old habits die hard. Which is why she would never, like, she still thought that Steven was Rose Quartz. That she still was her diamond all this time.
Yeah, Pearl does have, like, I think out of all of them, they all love and try to protect Steven, but Pearl has, like, an extra, I would say, zest to go do it, right? She's, like, extra motivated to do so. She's, like, extra protective of Steven.
To a fault. And she's now looking for a validation from anybody. There was an episode where Garnet and Pearl were fusing over and over again. And Pearl was just creating a problem so her and Garnet could fuse so she could be powerful, so she could be useful to somebody else, just like she was when she was working with Pink Diamond. And it's to a fault, but it's understandable, because that's thousands of years of conditioning a gem to feel that way.
Yeah. I love how Rebecca Sugar puts this show, because these issues show up in the first season, but they're all more understood in the last season towards the finale. Like it's a plan. Sometimes shows go off track. They have no plan. Like, I don't know if you ever watched Pretty Little Liar, but the ending of that had nothing to do with the beginning or any of the seasons. I feel like sometimes they get off track with the show, but I feel like Rebecca Sugar knew where the show was going, and she knew how it would end. And she tied everything in together really well. I think it was really well made.
Yeah, Rebecca Sugar did a fantastic job. We're getting to about 20 minutes here, so I think we should wrap it up, right?
Oh yeah.
What are your final thoughts on Steven Universe?
I love that show just because I feel like Steven is the best of all of us. He has such amazing traits. The things he goes through sometimes and the way he handles it is so cute. I remember one time I think it was when he came back from the first time he got abducted, and he told Greg, and Greg freaked out. And then Steven was like, I have to carry this burden all alone. I can't talk to nobody. He wasn't answering Connie's calls, and it was so cute. And then Connie came to him and he started crying. He's like, I do want to be your friend. And just the way he like is so in touch with his emotions and who he is, and just the happiness that comes from Steven. Like I can always watch an episode of Steven Universe and it makes me happy just because of Steven's positivity and his joy.
He is incredibly positive. Yeah. And my thoughts on the show are that it's an incredibly built world of gems and humans understanding why they're there. Like Rebecca Sher does a great job of letting you understand the entire situation slowly in just bits and pieces. And she builds up a little bit of a mystery about who are the diamonds, about who are these other gems. Are there other gems out there? Blah, blah, blah. What is Homeworld? And she gives it to you in pieces, which is easy for you to digest. And then all of the plot points made sense.
Yeah.
Like all of the progressions from Steven getting stronger by fighting more fights with the gems, all of the progressions emotionally with the gems and with the gems he encounters are extremely slow, and they let you understand it piece by piece. The turning of Peridot from a gem into like an earth gem, I'm just gonna use that term. But yeah, it was slow. She hated it at first, and she slowly started to grasp it. We saw that transition and that love just enter her life, and she just stopped caring about efficiency and all the nerdy stuff and cared about herself and love and music and what is
And
it called?
Lapis Lazuli.
And Lapis Lazuli and Meat Morps, aka art. Yeah, Steven Universe is a fantastically written show. Music is great.
What's
Art
your
is
favorite
fantastic.
song? The art is great.
My favorite song is "Strong in the Real Way." It's the one with
that's the one where Garnet realizes herself.
No, that's the it's the one where Pearl really hates the fusion between Garnet and Amethyst, sugar or whatever. And then she wanted Steven to be strong in the way that she's strong.
Oh, okay.
In the way that Pearl is, thoughtful, she's clever, and she really just thinks out problems. And Steven was just trying to get strong, just like Garnet and Amethyst fusion. He was trying to build up his body, trying to just get more raw power. And that was such a great song. And my favorite part of that is Steven says, "I don't want to see your gut, I want to see your guts." So he's trying to get everyone to work out. And I might use that one of these days.
That's so cute.
But yeah, that's my impression of Steven Universe.
What'd you think about the finale? One last thing.
The finale, I know you loved it a lot more than I did. We talked about this a little bit before, but I enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed Obsidian. I enjoyed the fighting. I enjoyed all the wrap up. I enjoyed that it ended in a happy place.
Yeah.
And that Steven was able to actually overpower the diamond. That you see that full transformation from not being able to do anything in order to, overthrowing the rulers of your gem civilization, so that everyone can feel loved.
Yeah. That was so beautiful. When she turned she turned like pink in the cheeks, or like an off color. God, like that show is amazing. When White Diamond took Steven's gem out, I think I was about to cry, because I was like, is Steven about to die? I was really sad about that. But I think it was necessary, because we all were wondering, would Steven be himself without his gem? And also, would just Pink Diamond appear once the gem was pulled out? Because your gem can change your form.
Yeah.
But when, Steven found out that he isn't his mother, he isn't Pink Diamond, and he's him, and this is his gem, I thought that was such an important moment in the show. Because he was questioning that for so long.
But he had full right to. I think that was just convenient writing, to be honest, the finale. The fact that Pink Diamond, who has spent thousands of years with her other diamonds, hanging out, doing her thing, would spend 13 years as a human child and realize that she wants to stay that way.
Do you think it's her realizing that wants to stay like that, or is it just I don't know. I don't think.
Do you think she reformed to be Steven?
I think she's half of Steven. So she probably made the conscious decision she loves him, obviously, because that's her child. So she probably knew if she reformed, Steven would die, because that is half of him, and he just can't be Greg's clone. You know what I mean?
Well, he's just Greg's baby. He would be a human boy. He wouldn't die.
I think he would die because that's like, you need two people to make a baby.
I'm not even sure. Where did that baby come from? Because it wasn't Rose Quartz, it wasn't Pink Diamond's baby. Like, now we're getting into the technicalities. I think it's Steven's someone else's baby that just fused with a diamond at birth. But where'd that baby come from? Is he secretly part of the sour creams and onions?
Oh, yeah.
You that fisherman's son?
That's hilarious.
Is Fidelia his mom? And Amethyst only loves Fidelia because... New conspiracy theory coming out next week.
I feel like we could talk a while about this show. The progression of so many characters that we didn't touch on, like Lars, Sadie, Lapis Lazuli, just Onion. Even I could talk about Onion for a while. He's so strange. It bothers me.
He's not a character.
He's just Onion.
Terrible. He's just Onion. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Onion. Onion is not a deep character. He's
Lars, I used to hate. Who is your like least favorite character?
Oh, least favorite? I don't know.
I feel like yours is Onion.
Yeah, it has to be Onion. But like I said, Onion's not a character. Onion's just, he's a mess. He's angered, and I don't understand how Steven puts up with it. Onion just comes around and messes up stuff, and then runs away. He's like, alright, whatever. I did what I did. Like, what? Like, he needs to be taught a lesson. His parents don't discipline him. Steven doesn't discipline him. He's running amok. Anyway.
Bakari hates Onion. I think Onion is hilarious. Like the shenanigans he got into when he bargained with some guy for his lunch, only to throw the ingredients in the ocean, right? Like, yo. Yeah. And when he took Steven into a secret room to watch the video of his birth, like, that is some strange stuff. Like, super strange.
It is.
Onion is like the strangest character. But it's true. We should wrap this up. Steven Universe is an amazing show. You should watch it. Everyone should watch it. I feel like it touches on like real people. Like, even though, we're not gems, but the way people handle things, our emotions and stuff, it touches on that. We didn't even get into Bismuth. There's a lot more we can get into.
There's a whole lot. But yeah, alright. This has been Saturday Mornings. So let's sign off. This is Bakari. This is
Hadia.
This is Saturday Mornings. Alright. See y'all later.